Hello and welcome back to episode 11 of the Rags to Riches save. Let's go over the schedule and how we've been doing the past few games. Went on a nice winning run. Beat Woking 8-1. Elliot Richards with 4 goals. James King. Jamie Bird getting back on the score sheet. Now I think it was last episode that I said he was not doing too well, but I was lying on that one. He's actually done pretty well over the past few games. It's good form. Let's see other games of note here. 0 versus Chippenham Town. I think that's the one that we sorry. The last one that you saw. Eastbourne 5-2, Woking Pool Town 2-0, Weston Supermare 2-0, and then Hampton and Richmond we lost that one, which doesn't bode well in the league. Billericay's got a game in hand and we're 2 points behind. So they tied their game versus Hampton and Richmond, so 2 points behind and they have a game in hand, which isn't too good. Let's look at finances. Finances are going okay. We're over our payroll budget because I had to sign a few players because we had an injury. I signed a new contract, but they didn't want to do any of the requests that I made, the improvements. I think I asked for a training facility and scouting and improved scouting and all that whatnot. But I think at the end of the last video, we were basic in our training facilities, and now we're above average. Everything going okay. Let's look at the transfers and look at the two that were, well, the one that we got in was Ryan Sellers. We had an injury to our one of our left wingers, and we had an injury to Oliver Davies, but we can just throw in Chris Evans. Not that big of a deal. But I do want to compare them real quick. So Evans is better on shot stopping, distribution is better on Evans. I would say communication's better with Chris Evans, mental's better with Davies. Also I'd say they're probably a bit even. Very one-footed for Chris Evans, which doesn't bode well as we play a sweeper keeper. But not too worried about that, about Davies' injury, and he's got a hamstring strain, so he's going to be out 2 to 4 weeks. Carl Leedsham, he's got a concussion, he'll be out another 7 days, but he's getting on in age. So I think what I'm going to do, and he signed a new contract till 2021, so we'll, depending on how these two left wingers get on, I'm gonna let them battle it out the rest of the season and see how they do. And where is, I had a guy on trial and he's not showing up. Is it, does I have this? All positions. He's not showing up. Back to the inbox. And I'm not gonna be able to find him much. Bobby Joe Taylor. So we offered him a contract, and he's almost as good as Sellers. He's a little bit better in attacking, but Sellers has better physical and mentals, but I'd rather have the attacking on the wing. So I think we're gonna, Bobby Taylor, he's a year younger, so he'll probably step in and take the role that Leedsham had until the end of the season and see how they do. I'm only gonna sign him to a 6-month contract, and if they don't do well at the end, then we'll let him go. So I think that's pretty much it for the Geisley game. They are Vanarama National League 21st position, so they're battling against relegation. 4 points off of 21st place, 33 games. And let's see, we're at 26 games, 25, 26. So a good part of the season left. I'm not going to panic yet. I haven't given in to finishing second. I still think we can pull it out and possibly win the league. But 11 points off of third place. So, but Dulwich and Hamlet have played pretty well their past few games. So the Guiseley game, we're going to have Derbyshire and Coughlin up front with Jones, Evans, Murphy, and Miller in the middle with Kilman, Amole, King, and Moore. And the guys are starting to gel pretty well with this rotation. We haven't had too many injuries the past week or 2 weeks or to a month. So the team 1 and team 2 have been playing pretty well. And Ronan Coughlin hasn't played very well the past few games, so I'm kind of wondering if I should put Pearson, because we want to win this game. No, we're going to keep Coughlin in and see how he does. Staying on attacking. That nice little win streak we had, we were on attacking, so we're going to keep it there. And I want to see, I want to scout their hot prospect, their key player, going to scout him. And their captain up front, nope, too old. After this episode, if I can remember, I want to try to show you guys how I'm scouting and where I'm scouting. When I had 2 scouts, I was only doing England, but I kind of expanded out from there. I think I'm doing Ireland, Northern Ireland, and Scotland and England. So that's where as far as scouting goes. I'm pretty sure that's right. Starting off the game, and they've got a little bit more possession than we do. I think I'm gonna. Oh, I redid my set pieces as well, because we just weren't getting too much, and after we did that, that's when we went on that nice little win streak. And I think we had 2 goals from set pieces and haven't allowed any. And I also have my keeper. He should be distributing long now. Let's see. Yeah, we're having him kick the ball out, so decided to change that up a little bit, see if we can get the ball farther downfield rather than having to pass it out. And that's a good save by Evans, coming up nice. And 3 shots and 1 on target. They've got 5 and 2 on target. And they still got a little bit more possession than we do. Drop down to standard. See if that helps us out a little bit. And couple seconds to go until halftime. So I'm pleased with a 0-0 tie at halftime. Even though they're probably on an even level, since we're second and they're 21st in the league above. I'm going to say I'm not happy and then encourage them a little bit. Now, there we go. Get them all on good spirits going out to the second half. If we don't get a few more shots on target, I'm going to try control. And the front 2 aren't doing well, and Kilman's not doing well. Shots went up 1. I think I'm going to make a few changes. I'm going to take Coughlin off. Sort this. Coughlin's going to come off for Bird. And who else is not performing? Derbyshire. So the 2 up front. And it's put on Dan Patterson. I think we're gonna swap these 2. Make him. I want to get someone with a little bit of support. So keep him on attacking forward and see if Bird can play deep lying forward. And we're gonna go to control. See if we can get a few more shots. I don't know if we tie this one, if we're going to go into shootouts or extra time or replay. I wouldn't mind a replay. It gives us a little bit more revenue coming in. And we're just not doing too well at all. Jake Jones, let's do it. Let's go with Ryan Sellers, the new boy. See how he can fare. Still not getting any shots on target. I'll do a shout here and demand a little bit more. A lot more, actually. Let's demand a lot more. And that is certainly frustrating. If a bit more possession, our passing, horrible. So extra time. Let's see. I don't want to bring him back far. I don't want to go. Give him encouragement, gain confidence. Let's try attacking again. Let's try to go all out. And encourage. I'm not too confident on for a penalty to shoot out. I don't think we have good penalty takers. That's not good. That's not our strong suit. And at the end of the first extra time, I just know I don't think no matter what mentality I have it on, I don't think we're gonna get any shots on goal. And this is a rare highlight that we have here. I don't think we have barely any highlights. It's on their end, so it's not. I'm not too confident this is going to turn out well. And there's the interception by Patterson, and he does nothing with it. We got a throw in. Sellers, he got a long throw, and it goes in. Derbyshire's got the ball, and he shoots, and it's over the top right-hand corner. But hey, we got a shot on goal from that long throw. And we got two players on our team that have good long throws. It's one of our right or left backs have good long throws, and Derbyshire takes it down and he scores, and it's in, and we were up 1-0. 107 minutes in. Up 1-0. That was a nice play there, all the way from the back. Hits it up to Bird, and Bird provides it to Derbyshire, and he takes it down, and they might be a little bit tired. Either that or Atkinson is very slow. Actually, he is a little bit tired, but I have a feeling he might be an old man. Nope. And they just took him off. So they're pushing up the middle field to pass it out to the left-hand side, and they have a shot opportunity. Bird picks the ball up. Can he get it to Derbyshire? Get it forward. Back to Evans, to Omole. He lumps it forward to no one. And they got a shot off the left-hand side, and it's over the bar. So we got 1 minute left of extra time. And Evans is going to punt it downfield. Hits it to the right-hand side to Derbyshire. Rooney picks it up into the middle, and that's the second time they've hit out to the left-hand side there, and they've got a chance to go in on goal, but Moore does a good job. They got to Derbyshire, back to Bird, and that is the end of the game, and we are through to the next round. And I remembered this time to, I'm gonna say don't get complacent. Haven't done that in a while. That didn't go over too well. Game to deep in thought, game to focus, looked switched off, seemed confused. Oh, come on, Evans. So hopefully, I did remember this time to show the draw. So the last few times I exited, that's because this screen's just taking forever, and it's starting to annoy me. I don't have a lot of the leagues turned off, but so that was a good win for us. On to the next round of the FA Trophy, and I don't think the FA Trophy pays out too much. Is that the one that pays out like $600 or so or whatever your currency is in your country? It doesn't pay out too much, but not something I'm too worried about. I like to win. I like to win all the games. I don't like to focus on one league or one trophy or one tournament, unless we get them all the way to the champions into the Premier League, and we're battling for the Champions League, and that's the last one we haven't won. But obviously not gonna get there before FM18 comes out. Excuse me, comes out. But Derbyshire's got the man of the match on a. He's got the man of the match on an 8.3. And had 6.4 at halftime, and then an 8.3 after that. So won the game for us, and that was a good pass that he had, that was played up to him, composed, struck it in. Very happy about that. And we got this guy out on loan, but I mean he's not gonna do anything for us. I just decided to be nice and give him some game time. And we maybe it's not the one that has the rules, the big power. Well, decent. We almost got that much with one win. We did get that much with one win. Is that what? Did I see that right? Yeah, prize money. So, okay. So let me show you how I do my tactics real quick. So this team just played. So I got these saved up here. So I'll just go to team 2 and it rotates around. And actually I just had it on team, was it team 1 that we're going to be on? Yeah, team 1. So Derbyshire is going to come off. I don't have everything set because injuries were flying around. So Jake Jones will come off we'll give Sellers his first run out, and Davies with Evans. We'll just change everything up here. Try to do this quickly, blah, blah, blah. And I'll come back to that. I need to get Sellers playing. He's going to be our winger. Additional focus. Where does he need to focus? What do we want him attacking or doing well on? Crossing. Do crossing. And we'll see if we can get to this draw real quick. I don't know why it disappears after that. I guess it's just assumed that it's going to be there. I don't know. And we'll do our scouting real quick. So anything below 60, depending on their age. So he's not. Acknowledge, discard. Not really worried about goalkeepers, and there's better players. Acknowledge, keep scouting. Too old. Perfect fit, and he plays in the center, so he wouldn't do too well for us. But I still like to keep, even though I don't use the attacking midfielder position, I still like to scout him, just in case I switch up tactics, or if they become available on a free and for cheap or whatever. Unbeaten record and an FA trophy. Okay, good for us. So if any players that necessarily don't fit my tactic, I still like to scout them just in case I do decide to change. I don't want to pigeonhole myself. The Blythe Spartans, Sutton, Weldstone, Wimborne, Filed, Ebbsfleet, Braintree, Dulwich, Tranmere. We got Tranmere, and they are the league above us in their third. So that would be a good test. And I got Jimmy Bullard. I remember him playing for Fulham. I think with Clint Dempsey. Oh well. All right, so we have Tranmere Rovers in the next round, the third round of the FA Trophy, and we will come back and we will see Mythier Town. And we are back, and real quick, I told you I'd forget, and I did, but I wanted to show you my scouting really quick and see how I set up my scouting. I'm gonna go to assignment. So I'm at Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and England. The way that I set them up is I just, he's looking for a hot prospect. So at most 24 and at least good, and then ongoing. I always put it ongoing because I want him to keep scouting, keep going. I don't want him to stop and then find something else to do or whatever. But some of these are on all of them. First team player, backup, hot prospect, replace, whatever. They're all on ongoing. He's looking for very good. At most is 24. So that's how I set up my scouting. And I try to look at the knowledge and see where I need to improve. But since we can only do England or UK, then I'm not really worried about the rest of the world. But you know, I'd like to get guys in from like Scandinavia or Africa and the Middle East. So that's how that one goes. All right, for the Merthier Town game, we got Bobby Joe Taylor coming in the squad. He's the guy that we just got in because Ledsham got injured. So he's probably gonna. He looks like he's gonna be pretty decent. If we go up or stay next season, he'll probably stay on unless I find somebody in the off season. But he is a natural winger. He's supposed to be on support, but we're gonna go with attack. We're gonna stay on attack for this one, and I want to see where they're at in the league competitions in their mid-table. They probably said it on the last screen. I just didn't see it. No. So we're going with that. Bobby Joe. I think what we're gonna do, and I've never done this before. I think Bobby Joe is a redneck name here in America. It's kind of odd to see that in England. I don't know if that's a normal thing. I have no idea, but we're gonna set his nickname to Bobby Joe. Just because I find it kind of funny, odd. As much as, you know, I see people from other countries making fun of rednecks here in America, and trust me, I make fun of them too. Even though I do live in Florida, not by choice. I think it's funny to see an Englishman named Bobby Joe. Unless it's common. Is it common? Let me know. I don't know. Alright, and we're starting out not as smashing as I thought we would, or hoped that we would. Jones has a ball and he sprays it out to Taylor, and here's his first touch on the ball. What can he do with it? He crosses to Bird, and wow, there we go. Taylor with a looping cross, even though I have whipped crosses in, but loops it from, would that be an early ball? I think it's kind of an early ball. It's an early cross in, down to Bird, drops it right onto him, and is it good control? It's a one-time shot, a one-timer into the back of the net, and we are up 1-0 in the 12th minute. Was it 12th? Doesn't matter. No, it really doesn't. So 2 shots, 1 on target, and we have a next highlight, and they're bouncing around the midfield a little bit, and a cheeky little back heel. Was that a back heel? Around the back? And Cook picks it up, and there. Oh boy. And we were up in first position too. I didn't even see that. That sucks. Not too upset about that because they actually didn't score on us. It was our own fuck up. So, and what was he doing? Was he going over to get his Gatorade? He was going over to get the towel? I mean, what happened? What happened? There's the old lower leagues for you. Very exciting. You would think that a back pass to your own goalkeeper would be pretty standard, but not here, boys. Not here. But anyways, now I like the way that my center backs play, because rather than going forward as a stopper, their first step is always back. Maybe that's it. Not maybe, but is that they're on defend? Is that what that does? Rather than going forward, they go back. And Pearson with a header, and it's over the top of the bar, and it was a save. So here's our new, and that was nice. That was off a set piece because we have Bird attacking from deep, and I have the free kick, or the corner taker, hit it to the 6-yard box. So that's a goal off a set piece, and that's Bird's second. He's actually, after, I think he might have heard me when I was talking shit about him earlier. And we're gonna go for improvement. We want to constantly be improving, constantly be improving. So 2-1 up. We're gonna go 2-0 up. I know that it says 1 goal, but I'm not gonna count that. I'm not gonna count their goal. And is that gonna be nope? That might have been a red card, but he escapes. Goalkeeper hits it downfield, and to no one. Patterson heads it down to Taylor, and that's evidence of Taylor's match sharpness. He just hits the ball. Looks like it back to Patterson, but or to no one, to be honest with you. I'm not really gonna say too much about Taylor, our new left back. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be good. He was more of a panic buy when I saw that Ledstrom got injured and he was decreasing decreasing a lot. I was like, well, I need to. It's a good I think a good time about halfway through the season. He gets injured. He's 31 now. The only bad part is we have him until 2021. Don't think we're going to be able to sell him, obviously, for any money. And that, that wasn't even headed in. He just was running, and it happened to bounce up and hit off of his chest. That's a new tactic by these strikers that we have employed. Just run in a certain direction and hope that it bounces off of you. That's how we play here at Hereford. Yep, Pearson's got his second goal off of a set piece. I changed all the set pieces. That was a header by Cook, and the goalkeeper hits it back towards the middle of the group of players there. Just good, nice of him. And Bird's onto it, and it's off the post, and he cannot follow up, and they clear it. What was I talking about? Can't remember what I was saying. Oh, it was Ledstrom got injured. I'm kind of glad that I saw that, because I probably wouldn't have seen it until midway through the season. That he was getting on in age and declining. And Bobby Joe, he's on an 8.2. I just want to have a quick gander at him real quick and see. He's going to be playing on the winger on attack. And he's got, I mean, I'm going to say what would be good for this league. Would Green be like the equivalent of like a 15? Are we gonna knock off 5 points and then do it that way? But if it is, then he's pretty good. He'll probably come up with this when we look at me if we get promoted. I still think we're gonna have to go through the playoffs, but we're not gonna look ahead. We're gonna keep looking behind us. We want to just let Billericay do whatever they're gonna do. We're gonna keep our heads on the swivel and keep focused on getting points no matter what they do. They did and that's not too well from our new set pieces there. Just let them in behind us. Anyways, Billericay did give us a slight glimpse. I think they tied their last game, but we lost, and that would have been a good way to be one point off. But we did not take advantage of that. I think they lost or tied after we lost, so there's a chance for us to gain some points back, but. I think or was it Dulwich or Hamill Hampstead? I think they beat us and then tied Billericay. Don't quote me on that. I think that's what it was. Oh, and that's off the crossbar. Moore picks it up. That was a tidy little shot there. We're gonna tighten up, boys. Thorpe's having a good game. Bobby Joe's having a good game. Bird's having a good game. Pearson, everyone. And our subs, which is the reason we took them off. They weren't having a good game. Possession's about even. And I think from now on, we're still gonna keep with the attacking on every game. I don't like switching up too much. Well, that just hit off his ass. Did that come off his tuchus there? Anyways, that's a 5-1 victory. We're not counting the Joe Cole, who actually I found out Joe Cole, which I always remember for his was it the one-time shot, the volley against Sweden in the 2006 World Cup. I always remember him for that, but I think he's a coach now for the Tampa Bay Rowdies here, which I thought was kind of cool. I mean, he was a player for oh no, What just happened? What'd I say? Pleased with their playmaking? Oh, whatever. Oh, I said their performance was poor. Kind of messed up on that one. I really wasn't paying attention. Hopefully that doesn't do our doesn't take our morale down too much. That's unfortunate. I'm really trying to focus on those team talks, and I just kind of fucked that one up. Anyways, Jamie Birds gets the player of the match. 8.7. He got a hat trick too. Good for him. Kind of proving me wrong. He must have heard what I said. So I'm thinking when we come back for the next game, do I want to go on another run of games and come back if we have another game in the FA Trophy, or come back for the next FA Trophy game? I don't know. I do not know. I think it's gonna depend on how our next few games turn out. Got Braintree coming up. They're 19th in the league. We're gonna look at what games we have left. I'm not looking towards the end of the season. Should we? No. I think we should just play. I want to get out of these Vanarama leagues. I don't like the 5 substitute thing. You'd think in a league with less skill there would be more substitutes. So let's look where we're at, and we are tied. What did they do? Oh, that kind of makes me rethink. What did they do? They lost. They tied and then lost. Tied to the team that we just beat, and then got beaten by the team. Hampstead. Nope, not the one that we lost to. Interesting. I think that's their first time losing in a league too. Oh well. So now it kind of shifts onto focusing on winning the league now. Okay, I'm liking this. So let's look at the schedule here. And we have Braintree, Hemel Hempstead, the team that just beat Billericay. So I think we're gonna do a few running games here, and see how the end of the season turns out. I'm gonna play Tranmere. Let's go about another 5 or 6 games, and then we'll come back. What game? Let's see. What game would be good to come back on? They're 19th, 12th, 8th, 21st. We will come back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll come back versus Bath. We'll come back versus Bath City, see where we're at from there. Hopefully we don't have any injuries. We'll look at the finances, kind of maybe not an end season review, but see where we're at as far as the players goes, a little bit of stats wise. So thank you for viewing. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and we will see you on the next episode.